The next type of moves that we're going to explore are called push and pull manuals. They are so named because these are repositionings of the rifle in creative or unconventional fashions. Basically, this is all based on angles and intensity of motion. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different than in the previous videos breaking down the boxes. Because these have pretty much unlimited creativity and applications, we are going to play some show and tell. So in this activity, what I want you to do is go ahead and pause the video if you need to get ready, kind of spread out in your training formation. And what we're going to do is do a little bit of, I'm going to do something and I want you to copy me. So all I'm going to do is move the rifles into different positionings, and I want you to see if you can emulate those. If you need to pause it and look at where my rifle is oriented on my body, where my sling is facing, all those different things, feel free to do that. And this is basically designed to give you a better idea of the range of movements that you can use while you're creating your push and pull manuals. So we're going to begin from the position of port arms, and go ahead and follow along as I move through these positions. These are all examples of push and pull manuals. Now, they're only limited by a couple of different factors. One is safety, and obviously nothing we did was incredibly dangerous, but you'll want to watch the formation in which you are doing these movements because some of them do extend kind of far away from the body. The second factor is comfortability. In other words, we don't want to do a manual movement that is super uncomfortable or awkward for our body to move into that position. So if I told you to put your rifle behind your head, obviously there's nothing really natural or comfortable about that position. We would try to avoid using that in our push and pull manual sequences. The last factor is cleanability. In other words, how likely is it that I can make everyone look the exact same when they're doing this manual? So if I'm a soloist, perhaps this one looks really cool. I'm up at a 34.5 degree angle, my sling is slightly tilted upwards, my hands are wherever they are. Maybe this looks really good from a solo perspective, but getting an entire group of people to get that exact angle at the exact same time, that might be a little bit tricky. And so maybe instead of choosing a movement that's so specific, we would find one that's a little bit easier to clean or make the same from person to person. These manuals are really unlimited. I mean, you can come up with some crazy awesome stuff. As you could see in the examples, we used some of that slicing motion on some of those. And so basically, whatever you can come up with, as long as it's safe, as long as it's comfortable and natural, and as long as it's cleanable, the world is yours. Your imagination is your only limit. And these are movements that are very easy for even the most inexperienced driller to figure out. Somebody can come to practice for the first time and walk away feeling accomplished, and these are great additions to liven up your routines.